times we hear or trying to understand what dharma means. Many people have different versions of what it meant or what it means. Some say dharma means doing your duty. Some says dharma means following and trying to be a good person. Some say dharma means just taking care of our family. Some say dharma means going to work and doing a good job at work. Some say dharma means taking care of your parents, your extended families, and some says dharma means helping the society, the needy people, and so forth. These are all different meanings that usually people say about dharma, which is all very true. There's nothing wrong in any of these meanings. But the ultimate dharma is Bhagavat, Pranitam. So one surrenders and take up the service to the Supreme Lord. That is the ultimate dharma. If we have to perform dharma, what do we really need? What do we really need to perform a dharma? What we need is a body. Without body, we cannot do anything. But even though we get a body, that body should be fit enough or qualified to perform dharma that we are talking about. And because if we get a lion body or a tiger body or a snake body, right, we won't be able to do any services. What service can we do with if you're born as a cockroach, right? You born as a rat. What else can we find? What else can we do as a service? Yeah, we can't do any of those service. So the getting body is very important to perform dharma, and getting human body is very, very important to perform dharma. We can only get human form or after many, many, many lifetime. It's not so easy to get a human form. It is very rare to get two. So that too, after we get the human form, having the human form in a way that it is fit to perform, right? So there's no any sort of defects in the body. There's no any sort of mental things on our mind. None of those things should be there. So one can perform devotional service, one perform dharma. So we are all are so very fortunate that we are able to hear, right? We are able to hear Krishna Katha. We are able to see Krishna's beautiful form. We can speak about Krishna, chant about Krishna, and we can do some services with our hands and legs. We can do all sort of things. So that is called dharma. So the biggest dharma is to engage all our faculties that we have in this body. But the body itself not a great thing in one sense, right? Because we all know the body is going to degrade. It's going to go away one day. But then the best thing we can do, whatever we can do with this body, we continue to do. That's the purpose of our human life. And that is why we all have gathered here to find out what is that am I supposed to do, right? And best thing is to do is come together like this and read and learn and study and discuss about Krishna. That is what we all have to do. That simply come together and discuss and talk about Krishna. That's how, as they say in English, there's a saying called time pass. I don't know if in America they use that term called time pass, right? What does the time pass mean? What are you doing? I mean, I don't know how time. I'm just passing my time. What does it mean? Literally, what it means is that I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know anything. I don't have anything else to do. I'm just killing the time. Time pass. Or for time pass, you do some other activities, not the regular activities, right? But one who is engaged in devotional service in bhakti, there's no any concept of time pass because each and every second is utilized in service of Krishna, in service of Krishna. That's how the bhakti works. Now let me ask this question, if anyone can answer this question. Arjuna was in the battlefield and he refused to fight. But then Krishna somehow convinced him after a lot of discussions to and fro. Finally, Arjuna was convinced, and he started to fight. So when he was fighting, was he chanting and having Mahaprasadam while fighting? While he was having some prasadam and then, hey, was he doing like that? Have you ever seen Arjuna is holding a piece of samosa on his mouth and going and fighting?
No, Prabhuji.
No. Have you seen Arjuna is holding a chanting bag in his hand and chanting, let me do like this, let me do like this. Was he doing fighting? Right hand is holding the chanting bag and left hand is
No.
the soldier, what is it, sword? No, he was not. So very, very clear. What is very clear is Arjuna was focused at that point of time what he is supposed to do. Unlike most of us, what we try to do is we try to chant in one hand and we take another hand, a cell phone, and start fiddling. Look at Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 like that, right? We do something like that, or we chant in one hand and we talk to our mom, what are you making for lunch today? Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, can you make some papad also? Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare. Our rotis will be nice. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna. So so Arjuna never did that one. If you can see that throughout the battlefield, he was not multitasking. When he was fighting, he was fighting. When he was talking to Krishna, he was talking to Krishna, right? When he was playing with Krishna, I was playing with Krishna, right? Likewise, we should understand that when we are doing certain things, we have to be completely focused on what we are doing. So for now, if you have dedicated your time to be here in this call until 12 o'clock, be completely focused. Don't multitask, don't do anything else. Just focus fully, right? That's how it is called meditation. That's how the power of concentration increases. Many times we always hear people saying, Prabhu, I'm not Mataji, I'm not Prabhu, I'm not able to concentrate. The question is, what have you practiced to concentrate? First question. Have you practiced to concentrate? Some people immediately think that concentrate means I have to start meditating. Meditating means close your eyes and try to think of something, etc. That is also very good, but many of us cannot do that one. Therefore, meditation is the process where you completely focus on thing that when you are doing in present. When you're talking to someone, talk. When you're hearing from someone, hear. When you're eating, eat. So that is what is very important to increase our concentration, to increase our meditation, right, towards Krishna. When we start doing this thing, then we'll be able to focus on Krishna very easily. Mm. And this is exactly what we need to do, where we can meditate upon Krishna all the time, all the time. Or while we are doing any of those things, we are in a consciousness where we know that we are doing for and working for Krishna, right? So, with that said, let's see how we can further remember Krishna through Bhagavatam, the pages of Bhagavatam. Now that Krishna has moved to a different location, there we saw, who was the last demon that we saw? Does anyone remember?
We saw the bull demon.
Yeah, what's his name? Yeah, Diksha?
Vatyasura.
Yes, correct.
Vatsasura.
Vatsasura. Yeah, correct. He's a calf, right? He's not a big bull or cow, right? He's a small one. But he was too naughty. He was very childish mentality. So he was the one who came. Now, Krishna, as usual, one day what happened? The boys and everyone got together. Krishna, Balaram, they were all going to again graze the calf and cows near the reservoir, the water. And the cows will go and drink water on the river. And then after they drink, Krishna and Balaram and all his friends, they will also go and drink water. It's so fresh, nice, clean water, right? Because those days they don't contaminate the rivers and water by throwing things into it. It was very natural, very natural. Nowadays we can't find any water or ocean. It's all filled with so many unnecessary junks in it, right? So those days it was not like that, because everything they used to use it in a better way. So they don't dump it into the ocean or dump it into the river. Whatever is needed, that much they produce, and they consume it completely. That's how it was. Anyway, now when Krishna and his friends were all happily playing and then drinking the fresh water, And then one boy just turned around and saw a big, huge, very huge, a mountain, just like a mountain. It was just appeared. Before it was not there. They were in the playground, and they know very well it's a playground, it's the empty playground with trees and plants and all those things. When after drinking water like this, right, and they turned around, they saw a big mountain on the side. Mountain all of the sudden, how can a mountain be there, right? But then it is not mountain, it is as good as a huge mountain, but it had a beak. You know what beak means, right? The bird has, right, that one, beak. So it was a bird. And when you talk about bird, don't think it's a
Bakasura.
bird like where it comes. Yeah. So when you don't think the bird, which is like a small a parrot or some of those things which comes and takes some grains and goes away. This is a huge big bird, very big bird, right? It's like a crane. So it's a huge one. Have you gone seen a crane? Right? You've seen crane with has a long legs, thin long legs, huge body with long neck and a beak, right? Yeah, you've seen that. So this was a huge one, very huge one with a very big beak, right? It's none other than a very good friend of Kamsa. Very good friend of Kamsa. Kamsa sent this demon. So he took a form of a crane to come here and kill Krishna. So he came right there with a sharp beak. And then as soon as he came, there was not, he didn't give even a moment. Immediately, as Krishna took a palm full of water and drank and turned around, and the boys were looking at this huge bird, immediately this bird, whose name you already told, Bhakasura. Bhakasura. Bhaka means crane. Asura means demon. So the demon, which is in the form of the crane, he came and immediately just grabbed Krishna and swallowed Krishna. Can you imagine what size that could have been if can take Krishna and just put it in his mouth? So all the boys and including Balaram, they were all stuck. What? They couldn't find Krishna, and then they could see that this bird was just swallowing Krishna, and just Krishna is just going inside like this, like almost. And most of the boys become very unconscious. They just some boys were just fainting off. They don't know what to do. But then Krishna, who went inside, within few minutes, this bird was this Bakasura, he was just not able to withstand any further. He was like as if got burnt. So inside, Krishna became like a fire, a blazing fire. He produced such a heat within the throat of Bakasura. It was so burning, so hot and so burning, and then this Bakasura just threw Krishna out of his mouth, spit. So Krishna just fell out of this Bakasura's mouth. And then Krishna came, and this Bakasura was trying to again catch hold of Krishna to his beak. And Krishna was running like this, and then like running like this, running like this. There was just Krishna was having a nice time with Bakasura. And finally, what Krishna did is Krishna caught hold of the beaks of this bird, like you have like this, and he caught hold of the two sides of the beak, and then just turn open like this, pushed it off. It became two half and broke, and it just fell dead. So Bakasura was dead. In that way, Krishna killed Bakasura. So it is said Bakasura represents cunning duplicity. So what does duplicity means? Does anyone know what duplicity means? Okay, who raised? Meher. Meher
Prabhuji,
already
I
spoke,
actually
right?
have a question. So did
One second,
Kamsa?
one second, hold on. Question I'll open up and then you can ask question. So let me ask question now. What does duplicity means? Sarvari, you raised. Go ahead.
Duplicity is like when you have two of one thing. So like you have one thing, but if you have a duplicate of it, then you have more than one. So duplicity is like having multiple of something.
Okay, very good. That's another one meaning of duplicate, okay, duplicity is also what it means is a person who behaves in two different contradicting manner. Okay, so a person who is having a nature, and then he also
Probably
has
what
another
is contradicting?
contradicting means opposite. Okay, two opposite nature. That is called duplicity, right? You're not you speak something and you do something else, right? So that is called duplicity. You're behaving differently, trying to say something, do something, trying to be good, and but then you're not good, right? All sort of that is those are the things called some of the examples called what duplicity mean. And deceptive nature. Deceptive nature is another representation of bakasura. Deceptive means where you cheat others. Someone trust you, right? Someone trust, Mahati, don't worry, Mahati, I will help you for your competition. One of your friend is coming and telling, Mahati, don't worry, I know this song very well, I will help you and you can win the award in the competition. And then you are trusting so much of this person, and then thinking that person is going to help, and then the competition comes closer, and then that person never came and helped you. And that person calls and, I'm sorry, I was very busy, I couldn't do this one, I'm very sorry, maybe next time. Right, you got it? There's an example. So trying to not being a trustworthy person, unable to trust that person. So these are all represented by bakasura, a false type of behaviors. Externally you appear to be a nice person, but internally completely opposite person, right? How do you like to be with such person, Gauranj? Would you like to have friends who very, 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 very good people, friend, but then internally is completely opposite? Would you like to have friends like that?
No.
So no one likes to have friends like that, right? A false behavior. Hmm? Therefore, this Bakasura represents the false behavior. So Krishna killed, and then everyone became very happy. Everyone became happy, and then especially Kamsa was waiting over there, thinking that Bakasura has come back. Because why? Every time Kamsa sends someone, they never return back. It's a one-way ticket for them. There's no return ticket at all. Whenever anyone comes to Krishna, there's no return ticket. They will always be finished. And that's one interesting point about difference between Rama. Yeah, go ahead. One second. I think, okay, go ahead. You ask a question and then I can ask a question now that you started. Go ahead.
Actually, I just
What's your
wanted
question?
to say it is just like a wrong way, one way.
Yes, yes, very true. Very, very true. Meher, what's your question?
So my question was, I was a little confused. So did Kamsa made a deal with Bakasura? Made
Kamsa
a
what?
deal with Bakasura?
Deal with
That
Bakasura?
comes that Bakasura kills Krishna and Bakasura gets lots of fish.
Yeah, I mean, Kamsa had a lot of friends. I told you, remember initially I told you,
Yeah.
Putana, everyone, all these people are Kamsa's very close associate, very close friend.
Prabhuji, when will Pralambasura come and the fire demon?
Yeah, yeah, hold on. They will all come. We are not going to miss any one of them. We'll invite them and we'll finish them. Krishna will finish them. Okay? Hold on to them.
And I watched the fire demon story, how Kamsa sent the fire demon. I
Okay.
watched that story already in my TV.
Very good, very good. You're very advanced. So you already know these stories. So let me tell
Same
you,
in me.
yeah, you're also very, very super advanced. So probably you're all here to help me to tell these stories. Anyway, one more thing about Bakasura. Bakasura, in his previous life, he was a person called Suhotra, a Gandharva. Okay, he was a Gandharva. So what he did was he was taking there was a lake, in the lake there was lotus flowers, and he took the lotus flower off the lake, but actually that lake is meant for Mother Parvati, and Lord Shiva has told that no one should take anything from this lake. If anyone takes which belongs to Parvati, I have to curse them, right? So that is what happened. So this Gandharva, he tried to take the flower out of this lake, and then finally got cursed by Lord Shiva to be born as a demon. But then his curse was also as a blessing. The blessing is that he was killed by Krishna, which is a good thing, right? Now, after this, Nanda Maharaj came as usual. They took Krishna back, and they were all patting Krishna, and Krishna was very happily playing with friends again. And Mother Yashoda was feeding Krishna with a lot of wonderful sweets and whatnot. Everything was given. One day, on one day, the boys all decided that let's go for a long journey into the forest. Let's pack everything that we need, and we'll have a lot of fun in the forest. And then the Krishna said, what are you going to bring? That boy, the next door, the neighbor boy said, Krishna, I'll bring lemon rice. What are you going to bring? I'm going to bring tomato rice. What are you going to bring? I'm going to bring curd rice. Hey, what are you going to bring? I'll bring sabji, Krishna. I like sabji very much. Hey, what are you going to bring? I'll bring sweet rice. Oh, sweet rice. Oh my God, yummy. Very nice. What about you? Krishna, I will bring special butter for you. Butter? Oh, thank you so much. Hey, what are you going to bring, Madhumangal? Krishna, I will bring laddus. Laddus. Ha. But make sure you pack enough for everyone. You always bring, but you only eat. You don't give to anyone. See how fat you become just by eating laddus and butter? So please bring extra laddus for all of us. Oh, no worries. We'll bring extra laddus. So everyone planned their trip. So they are going to make nice lunch box with a backpack and get everything and then go into the forest. So they all decided, right? So the next day morning, they got,
Prabhuji,
yes, Diksha.
I think this story is about Agasura.
Oh my God, Diksha. Why do you break the suspense? See? Very good. Okay. So everyone was ready, and Krishna got up, and then, usually the children will not get up in the morning. To make them get up is a very difficult job, right? But then the same kids will get up even without saying anything in one word. Just get up. They will get up immediately without any problems. How? Because that day is a special day for them. Their friends are coming home, or they're going to go and meet friends. Therefore, they immediately get ready very fast. So Krishna also got ready very nicely, and Yashoda, dressed up Krishna very nicely. And then Krishna put his bugles, and then he took his flute, and he had his peacock feather, and whatever nice things that he needs to wear, he wore everything. Chadar, everything was set. And Krishna with his also he
And
put
his dhoti.
Yashoda my yeah, dhoti, and then also applied the sandalwood paste and some nice fragrance oils. Everything was applied on Krishna. Krishna was ready, and Krishna took his breakfast and ready. As he came out, the boys were already waiting outside. The boys, one second, Rukmini. The boys were already waiting outside. So they all got together. They went, and they also took their one second. They also took their cows and calves, and then ready to roll. They all were going into the forest. They went into the forest. At that time, yeah, go ahead, Rukmini. You wanted to ask something.
Um, yes, that is actually that I kind of forgot.
Okay, fine. So now the boys were there. They all gathered together. They were walking towards there. As they were walking, another boy was, with pinching the other boy and pushing the other boy. The other boy is pushing the other one. Some people, some kids were just making imitations like the animals and birds. And then, for example, the one boy talks funny. So the other boys also try to talk like that funny boy. Oh, however he talks, right? One boy walks in a different manner. and another boy also tried to walk like the other boy and tease him. So all sort of funny games were going around with Krishna and Balaram and all these boys. They were walking and going happily. And then when they were in the forest, they thought, let's play a nice game. What game is that? We will tie the eyes of Krishna. Okay, you take a cloth, and have you all played this game? Closing your eyes, tie your eyes, and then you have to try to
Yeah.
find people.
Yes.
Yeah,
Sometimes I
I
play
remember my question,
family.
Prabhuji.
yeah. So,
I
right,
remember my question.
you remember playing that? Okay, very good. Now, so they said, okay, they put that. How do you nowadays they toss the coin to find who's going to be the catcher and who's going to run, all sort of things, right? Like that, they were all telling Inky Pinky Ponky, father had a donkey. They didn't do this one. They don't know this rhyme. They were just trying to find who's going to be closing their eyes. So everyone wanted Krishna to close his eyes. They all tricked Krishna. Okay, you can make in a way that you can come back and point. It is you, Krishna, right? Say Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So they know the trick when to end. So they pointed on Krishna. And Krishna said, oh, do I have to close my eyes? Yes, Krishna, you are the loser. So you have to close your eyes and you have to catch us. You have to find us. So they put a cloth around Krishna's eyes and tied it very tightly. Right? So interesting, right? Krishna's eyes are closed. Can see Krishna see or not see
You can see.
Krishna? If I close your eyes, can you see or not see?
I can.
Right? Can you see no Krishna? Little Krishna is right there next to Mahati. Krishna, if I close your eyes with some cloth, unmute yourself, please.
Okay.
Yeah, bring come front of the camera. Move a little bit. Right. If I close your eyes with a cloth, can you see what's in front of you?
No.
You cannot see, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So if we Krishna, hold on, come back, come back. I haven't finished with you yet. So if I close Krishna's eyes, can Krishna see or not see?
No. He can't see. Cannot see.
Krishna, I'm asking you.
No.
I'm asking Krishna. Let him answer. So Krishna, if we close Krishna's eyes, can he see or not see?
Not see.
Not see.
Krishna. Yeah.
Not see. He cannot see, right?
Yeah.
Very good. Very good.
I
Who else?
remember my question.
Okay, your question can come later if you don't mind. Okay, let's finish this one. So who else have a different opinion? Do you all agree Krishna cannot see when the eyes are closed? Or like this? Thumbs up, thumbs down. So thumbs up meaning that yes, Krishna cannot see. Thumbs down meaning no, Krishna can see. Okay. So three of you are telling Krishna cannot see, and three of you are telling Krishna can see. Okay.
Prabhuji, I'm telling that Krishna can see.
Yeah. I got it. I got it. So the answer is interesting. Okay, thank you, Bhavya. The interesting answer is Krishna cannot see and Krishna can see. Both are correct answer. Both are correct answer. How is that? How is that? Just imagine,
Nobody can
will
see in
it
the
will
cake, but
you
Krishna
be
can
if
see
I'm
we
if
can.
yeah, hold on. Akshara is there, right? Akshara, come in front of the camera. Your face, I can't see your face. The camera is little above. Just yeah. All right. Akshara, if you and I are playing this game, okay, you tie my eyes, okay, but then I open little bit like this, trick you, right? And then try to play the game. Would you like that game if I do that one?
No.
You don't like me cheating, right?
Yeah.
Therefore, Krishna doesn't see it. Okay, to make the game interesting. Okay, but Krishna can see also. How does he see? Krishna doesn't need to have eyes like us to see, right? We can, let me put in this way. Uh, so let me pick up someone here. We want, okay, Diksha, do you know what you have for lunch today? Do you know what your mom cooked
No.
today? You don't know. Who knows? Maybe Sarvari, what's lunch for? What's a special? What's
I don't
special?
know. I don't know,
Oh
Prabhuji.
my God, you're all so very detached. As soon as I get up in the morning, I start thinking about my breakfast, lunch, dinner, even for tomorrow. I start thinking, but you're all so detached, right? So um, I forgot what I really want to say because you're also elevated. I just can't even. Now, what I was trying to say is, say if I give a piece of cake, Rukmini, I'm giving a piece of cake to you, Rukmini, okay, and I'm telling you, eat it, okay. And how do you eat the cake?
I my hand like this and just put it in my mouth.
Stop, 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 stop. You're not going to put the cake inside your mouth. Eat it through your nose.
I can't.
You cannot eat through your nose. How about your eyes? How about your eyes? Can you
No,
push the cake into your eyes?
no,
Well, you have holes in your ears. Why don't you push the cake into the ears?
I can't hear then.
Ah, come on. But interesting enough, Krishna senses are multifunctional, right?
That's how. And also, when we give
That
offer prasadam,
yeah,
he eats it through his eyes.
exactly. So hold on 1 second. That does not mean you take a sweet and go in front of Krishna's ears and offer him. That's not what it means. What it means is Krishna can do however he want to with his senses. His senses are not limited like our senses. Okay? Therefore, even though Krishna's eyes were closed, he can still see what's going on. For the Leela purpose, for the pastime purpose, he doesn't see. Does it make sense for those who did this and those who did this? Now? Okay, very good. Now they tied Krishna's eyes, and all the boys were running around and trying to come and touch Krishna. Hey, I'm here. Hey, I'm here. And then Krishna trying to catch like this, like this. By then they run away, right? Some boys goes and hide somewhere else. So Krishna was on his own. Krishna was on his own. No one was around. It was just Krishna, where his eyes were tied. Krishna was try to find his boys. Hey, Balram, Bhaiya, where are you? Sridhama, where are you? Madhumangal, where are you? And they just calling out all this name. No one were just responding. Krishna was trying to find, and he goes and finally touches something, thinking that I got you, but it's a tree, right? So Krishna was on his own there. But then the boys went deep further into the forest. As they were going further into the forest, they saw on their way something very interesting, very interesting. They'd never seen this before because they are quite familiar with this place. But this is the very first time they're seeing something different on their way. As they're walking, this huge thing was in front of them, and they didn't know what this is, right? It was a big cave, a huge cave, and from the cave, a road, highway, like a road, a big thing was extended from the cave to outside for a long distance. It was soft, right? The floor doesn't, you never see a soft road, right? It was soft, it was soft, but pinkish in color, thick.
A tongue.
Yeah, hold on. I'm not asking any questions now. Okay. So it was very long, and then it was soft, and it is coming out of this cave with huge opening. And on the top of the cave, there were rocks, sharp rocks. And below also there were some rocks. It was dark inside. It was very dark inside. And then one boy was telling, hey, what is this? We never seen this before. Yeah, it's quite fascinating. It's quite interesting. Now, hey, look at this. This is a cave. One boy said, this is a cave. It doesn't look like a cave. Look at that behind the cave. There's a long thing. The cave seemed to be extended for a long distance, very long. How can this be a cave? And I've never seen a. This is a. One boy said, "No, it is a special cave. Looks like it just came yesterday." What? Yesterday? How can a cave appear suddenly overnight? And how can something like this can be extended from the cave? I think this is a python. You all know what python means, right?
A type of
Right?
constructing snake.
No,
Yeah, Richesa, what does python means?
I don't know.
It's
What is it?
It's a snake.
it
A
is
Hold
type
on,
of
kind of a
snake.
snake.
no,
It's a
no,
kind
no,
of
no, no, no. Hold on.
structure snake.
You can hold on. You all please hold on. I'm calling out someone. Only that person should speak.
I know.
Right? This is not the way you all should talk. I'm calling out someone. Only that person should speak.
Me?
You're no. Okay. Go ahead. Tell Richesa. What is
Uh,
python? Yeah.
a snake.
Very good. You're very good. Very intelligent. So it was a huge snake. Is a python means a huge one, right? Very huge. And another boy said, "This cannot be a python. Have you ever seen a python this long, extended for miles? So this cannot be python." So, okay, why are we wasting our time? It looks like a nice fun to go inside and have some game. It's like a slide, nice slide. We'll go there and slide, swim, and we'll go on again slide. We can have nice games inside the cave. And then they all said, "Hey, no, don't go inside. It could be something dangerous. We don't know what this is. Let's not enter." And another, "You're always afraid. Why are you afraid of anything? Let's go inside and have fun. We should be adventurous. We should have adventure. Every day we play the same Lego blocks, same games we are playing with the same toys. It's so boring, right? So let's play something different. Let's enter the cave and have fun." So they all decided to enter the cave. They all decided to enter the cave and then said, "Hey, listen, we have Krishna is trying to find us. And if he knows the cows are here outside and we are not, then he will easily know that we have entered the cave. Therefore, let's also get the cows and calves also inside the cave." Okay? They all decided, let's everyone enter into the cave. But as you all already said, this is not a cave
Or a python.
or a
It's a
python.
it is a python. He
Or
is a demon.
okay, he's a demon.
Demon
So
python.
yeah, Diksha, go ahead and tell me what's the name of this demon?
Agasura.
Aghasura. Huge, in a huge python, in the form of a python, right? Huge. And he is none other than an younger brother of Putana and Bakasura. You remember the very first demon who came to kill Krishna? This was
Yes, and the last one.
and yeah, Putana. And the previous one whom we saw was Bakasura, right? So Aghasura was the younger brother of Putana and Bakasura. So he, under the order of Kamsa, and also he was very, very angry that his sister and brother was killed by Krishna. He was very, very angry. So he wanted to come and kill Krishna and all his people, all his friends. So he was waiting for everyone to enter in his mouth. Everyone entered into Krishna, into the into Aghasura's mouth. They are all inside. As they went inside, then they could understand it was a bad foul. It was a bad smell. It was horrible and it was very hot inside, like a flame, right? Hot flame. So they couldn't understand what was going on. But then they got deep into the mouth, right? The body of this Aghasura, and they became very fearful. Now they understood they are in problem, they are in trouble. And now when they are in the trouble, what did they do?
Krishna.
Bhavya, go ahead. What did they do?
They called for Krishna.
They called out for Krishna, right? Difficult time, call out for Krishna, right? Happiest moment, forget Krishna. How is that theory? What do you think? Is it nice? No?
Prabhuji.
Yeah,
No,
Rukmini?
remember. But also, why did the Gopas just leave Krishna on his own?
Yeah. We'll talk about that. But what I'm saying is, when you have difficulty in life, you pray to Krishna. When you're happy in your life, let's forget about Krishna, right? Is that the message we are learning? Akshara, what do you think?
I don't think we're learning that message.
So, what is the right message, Akshara?
The right message is if you're in trouble, think about Krishna, and even when you're happy, think about Krishna.
Wonderful, Akshara. Thank you for teaching all of us a great message. Wonderful. So now the Agasura's mouth, the jaws open, the upper part of it, it was just touching the sky. Can you imagine the size of this? Touching the sky, right? It was so huge. It was so huge, and each and every teeth it had, right? It was big in size. Each one was like a big rock. Each one was a big rock, sharp one, right? So all the boys got inside, but then they were just screaming and calling out for Krishna, Gopala, Govinda. They were just calling out. And Krishna was trying to like this, where are you? Where are you? What happened? Where are you guys? And then Krishna was hearing, Krishna, Krishna, Krishna. Now Krishna can understand this is not a normal call out. The boys usually call as, yeah, Meher, can you please don't do that one, please? Yeah, don't do that one. So this boy, when Krishna heard this sound, Krishna could understand this is not the normal call out. There is something dangerous. Something is not right. So Krishna could understand something is not
Why
only
will
the,
the boys call out
yeah. Hold on. We'll open up for
normally?
question because we have to wrap up the story. So hold on to your questions and then we can discuss later. So now Krishna was calling, the boys were calling out, and then along with the boys, the cows were ma, ma. They were just also crying out, right? The cows were also crying out, the calves were also crying, and Krishna could understand that there is something really dangerous going on, right? And the boys were insisting, don't worry, Krishna will come to save us. If anything goes wrong, Krishna is always there to protect us. Krishna is always there to protect us. So the another message that we should learn from here is very important message, right? It's not that we take do something, right? An act which we are not supposed to do, and then suddenly Krishna will come and protect us. It is not, that is the message not we have to learn from this story, right? Krishna is there to protect us all the time. Therefore, I don't need to do
Our
anything.
voice is breaking.
There are great, there are great souls who are like that, right? They don't take medicine. They don't care for their body. They don't do anything because they are so, their faith is so strong. Their faith is so strong that they know that Krishna is there with them and Krishna will protect, right? And for sure enough, Krishna will protect such devotees, right? But then are we also in that level? If not, then we have to take and protect ourselves with the help of Krishna, right? We have to take whatever the measure that we need to do so that we can continue our service to Krishna. Okay. So Krishna, after hearing this one, he immediately pulled off his the cloth which was tied around, and then got running, trying to look for where the boys are. And then he could find that the cave was right there in front of him. And Krishna could understand this is not a cave. This cannot be a cave. This is the demon. This is an asura It was come in the form of a python. So Krishna rushed and entered into the mouth of this Aghasura, because Krishna knows very well, if Krishna kills the snake from outside, the boys are inside, correct? The boys will also get hurt. Therefore, Krishna, rather than killing this demon from outside, Krishna entered the demon, inside the demon. He went inside. And then as he went inside, Krishna grew himself in a huge form. He extended himself. And as he extended himself, it just pushed off and tore open the body of Aghasura into two halves. Right? The body of Aghasura was split into two pieces. And then Aghasura was killed. He left his he left his body. He was killed. And then all the boys came out, and Krishna touched all these boys, and the boys became very happy to see Krishna back. And then all the devatas, everyone also became very happy. They showered the flowers on Krishna. So this Aghasura represents cruelty. Cruelty means um, trying to be very, very bad to others, like to do some harmful things for others, even physically, right? There are some people who like to. There are some, even among kids. Sometimes we see they pinch the other kid, they push the other kid. Some kids bite the other kid, right? You may not, I don't know you've come across these things, but usually these things, children does these sort of things, right? This is called being cruel, right? Hurting others, harming others, creating a violence, huh? Being violent to others, causing trouble to others, especially causing trouble to others because of envious nature, right? I'm envious of this person, so I want to give trouble to this person, right? So that is the cruel mentality that carried by Aghasura. Aghasura was like that. So, so what are some of the cruel things that you can think of? How can one be um, cruel to others, give troubles to others? Yes, Mahati.
Hit someone or bite someone.
Someone bites someone. Okay, that is cruel. Yes, Akshara, go ahead.
Bullying is cruel.
What is it?
Bullying in school is cruel.
Bullying. Yeah, that is exactly, yeah, right. Very true, very true. Yeah, Meher, go ahead.
Revenge, which Aghasura wanted.
What is it?
Revenge. Aghasura wanted revenge without
Revenge. Yeah, revenge. Yeah. Rachesa, what do you want to say? You're going to say something?
Yeah, your voice is breaking, and let's see. How to be cruel is saying bad words to someone.
All right. Saying bad words to someone. Thank you, Rachesa. Very nice points. You all added so many nice points. Thank you. So,
Prabhuji?
yeah, Rukmini.
Prabhuji?
Yeah.
Can I tell?
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
I think cruelty is also teasing others' food.
Yes, you can also do that. Rachesa, can you mute your phone? Rachesa, mute your phone, please. Okay, thank you. Everyone can mute your phone. So in the previous life, this Aghasura was a person called Agga, okay, son of Sukasura. There was another Asura called Sukasura. So, but he had a very attractive body, very attractive body. But what he did was, there was another rishi called Ashtavakra, right? Ashtavakra body is not in a proper manner. It was disfigured. Okay, his body was somewhat disfigured. So this person saw this Ashtavakra and then started teasing him. And then Ashtavakra became very angry and he cursed him to become a snake, a python. So that is his previous life, how he became, Agasura over here. And with this, let's stop here.
He cursed him because Asha, the that she was also a bit bended, but then he cursed him because a snake is completely bended.
Because a snake has an envious nature. Okay, snakes has an envious nature. That's another reason. Okay, with that said, we can pause here and open up for any questions or discussion. And next week we are going to see another interesting story, pastime, where Brahma is going to come and do something very interesting.
I know that
Right?
story, Prabhuji.
Right. Yeah. So that story we will see next week. So any questions?
Prabhuji, I already know that story.
Very nice. Very good. Okay, Mahati, you have a question or you're just
I have a small question. So, like, you told, like, the Bakasura story, right? Like, I forgot his name. Like, he took something, like, from Parvati's pond, right?
yeah.
Did he purposely do that, or did he not knew that and did it?
He did not know. He did not do it purposefully. But the curse on that lake is that anyone who takes the flower from there, they have to go through some punishment. But he didn't know, but he did it, but still he has to get the punishment. Okay?
Okay.
Yes, Sarvari.
So when all of Krishna's friends entered into the mouth of Agasura, he didn't close his mouth yet, right? Because he was waiting for Krishna to enter as well, and then he was gonna close his mouth.
Yeah, correct. His main thing is to take Krishna, right? So he
Right.
was just waiting for Krishna to come.
Okay. Thank
So
you.
after Krishna came, he closed his mouth.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. We have hands up on Bhavya.
Prabhuji, was Baramji also in that situation where the friends were inside the mouth of Agasura?
I didn't hear your question.
Oh, I was just saying, was Baramji also playing, like, did he also enter the mouth of Agasura? Baramji?
Who's that? Balaram?
Yes.
Everyone entered inside the mouth of the Agasura. Balaram, whether specifically entered or not, it's not very clearly mentioned, so not sure. Okay, next. Richesa, you have a question or is from the previous hand raise?
I have a question.
What's your question?
Why did the boys and Krishna did Krishna split it, like he puts his hands up and like split it in half?
Yeah. So Krishna he expanded himself big. He became bigger from small size to big size, and then he pushed open the body of Agasura into two pieces.
Oh.
Okay. Okay, very good. Okay, I think we are done.
Prabhuji, I have a question.
Yes.
I have a question too. So also, when Lord Krishna became bigger, how did the Gopas? How did the Gopas still think that Krishna was a human?
Can you ask the question again?
So when Krishna became big, then how, and this like when Krishna became big and killed the python, then how did the Gopa still think that Krishna was a human, not the god, not Lord Krishna,
Oh,
like not.
that always happens, right? That in every Leela, every pastime, we hear that Krishna does a miraculous thing, very, very special things. And the boys see that
Yogamaya.
all. Yeah. So the boys sees these things
After
also, but then they also tell this. So you're going to tell the answer, or should I tell the answer?
um, I
Are you
think
mute?
I
Are
are
you
you
mute?
What do you
telling,
want
are
me to
you
do? If you know the
telling
answer, you
that
can tell the answer. I'll stay quiet.
and the yeah, but are you telling that the Gopas, when the Gopas are about to think that he is the Lord, then Krishna puts them into Yogamaya?
Yes, yes, yes. Okay, very good. I think the
Yeah,
children
I have a
sessions.
question.
Oh, we still have a question? Okay, go ahead, Meher.
Yeah. So, who is the father of Aga again?
I don't know who is his father and mother. Their names I don't know.
No, you said like Sakatasura or somebody like that. The demon.
That was in his previous life.
Yeah, before. Yeah, the previous life. What was the demon's name? His father's name?
Suhotra.
Suhotrasura, right?
Yeah.
Okay. How do you spell it?
Whose name you're asking about?
Suhotrasuras.
No. Whose name you're talking about? Bakasura, or you're talking about
Agasura. Agasura's father. Agasura's previous life father's name. And how do you spell it?
His name is also Asura. Just remember that much is enough. Don't worry. Everyone is Asuras there. Remember Krishna's name. Okay. All right.
Prabhuji, I have a
Any
question.
Yes.
So if Aghasura in his last life, his father was a Asura, so wouldn't that also make him an Asura in his previous life, or no?
1 second. Hold on. There's things. Okay. Okay. Say it again.
So
Ask your
if
question.
Aghasura in his previous life, his father was like an Asura, wouldn't that already make him in his previous life an Asura as well, or no?
No, he was born as an Asura, and then he was cursed to be continued to be born as an Asura. So, and then that's what happened, right?
Okay.
So he could always be not born as an Asura. There's always chances out there. But then because of his act, so he was born as Asura again.
Okay.
So Meher, I put since you asked the spelling of it, I
Yes,
just put
Prabhuji, I got.
okay, that is the name of Agasura's father. Okay. All right. I think we are done. Ashok Prabhu, back to you. Thank you. So come, we'll discuss more next week on whatever questions, remaining questions you have. Thank you.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yeah, there's one announcement about.
Hold on. There's an
Hold
announcement.
on. There's an announcement that tomorrow at 9 a.m. in the morning, there's a Hindi drama on second chapter chapter of Bhagavad Gita at 9 o'clock. Same link, so please all attend. I think it's the same one which was presented before as one in English last weekend. So it's at 9 a.m. 9 a.m. tomorrow.
I'll try, Prabhuji.
Thank you.
Hare
That's it.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. I
Hare
have a comment.
Go ahead.
I like the whole
Hare
class.
Krishna.
Thank you. Hare Krishna. Prabhu.
All nice words to you and
Thank you,
everyone.
Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Thank
Hare
you.
Krishna,
Hare
Prabhu.
Krishna.
Thank
Hare
you,
Krishna,
Prabhuji.
bye. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Thanks. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Okay. Thank you. Hare Krishna, Ravi.
Hare Krishna. Ravi Prabhu. Thank you.
Hare Krishna.